Hello student, welcome to one more video session. This is Vasan Naik from Canara Engineering College. In this video session, we will continue the instruction set of ARM7. In my previous video, I have explained the branch or conditional instruction, branching instruction or conditional instruction, what is the use of it. In this session, we will see what are the classification of the instructions. The classification of the instructions are, one is data transfer instruction, second one is a load and store instructions. That is, ARM instructions are classified into data transfer instruction, load and store instructions, arithmetic and logical instruction, branch control instruction, stack related operation instructions. In today's session, we will see data transfer instruction. In the previous session, I told you, like I have given some example of data transfer instruction. Today's session we will continue data transfer instruction. So the first one is data transfer instruction. Student, let us take now the example of data transfer instruction. Let me write here. Actually, in my previous video session, I have explained this one. Once again, I will repeat this one. So move R0, R1. This is the example of data transfer instruction. What is the meaning of this one? That is, the content of R1 will be transferred to R0. That is, the content of R1 will be copied to R0. The content of R1 will not be lost. It will be there, but it will be copied to R0. This is the example of data transfer instruction. Now we will see the various format of this instruction. So move R0, hash 25H. This is the example of immediate addressing mode. In my previous session, I explained what is immediate addressing mode. In immediate addressing mode, we will give data in the instruction itself. So here you can see we have move R0. R0 will get data 25, data 25. So here H means that is data in hexadecimal format, and any data, to represent the data, the number should be preceded by hash. Then it indicates that it is data, not an address, it is a data. The other way of writing this one is move R0, 0, like hash 0x25, 0 cross 25, 0 cross 25 or 0x25. It indicates, once again same, 25 will be transferred to R0. 25 is a data, but it is in hexadecimal format. The one condition here is the data size should be 8-bit. The question comes, data size should be 8-bit in immediate addressing mode. Why? Because student, we know the entire instruction set of ARM is 32-bit. In that, some of the bits are allocated for opcode, and some of the bits are allocated for operands, like here in this case R0. So only some bits are allocated for data. So here 8 bits are allocated for data. Suppose if you want to write, like if you want to transfer 32-bit, because R0 is the register R0 is 32-bit. If you want to transfer 32-bit in immediate addressing mode, it is not possible. You have to use some other addressing mode. So now in this case, R0 will get 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is, R0 is a 32-bit. So the 25 is stored in R0 in this format. 25 is stored in R0 in this format. That is the one thing. Now we have one more instruction here, students. That is Next we will see the instruction that is MOVS, moves. We know what is moves. Like in my previous video I have told you what is moves. See, in ARM, if you don't add S to any instruction, then it will not affect the flag register. Not only arithmetic and logical instruction, you can add S to any instructions. If you add S to any instruction, it will affect the flag register. So in this case, moves R0, R1 will affect the flag register. Let me give example. So R1 is like 0. Take R1 is 0. Now when you move R1 to R0, R0 becomes 0. That time 0 flag will be activated. 0 flag will be activated if you add S. If you don't add S, if you write this much, then it will not affect the 0 flag. Similarly, if R1 is a negative number, then after the execution of this instruction, negative flag will be activated. That is the meaning of this one. So now we'll move to the one more instruction, that is move EQ R0, R1. So move EQ R0, R1. Here you see core of the instruction is move, that will move R1 into R0 only when previous operation results in equal. That is, like the previous operation may be like it will compare two numbers, and if the two numbers are equal, which will results in activation of 0 flag, that time the current operation R1 will be moved to R0. Otherwise the current operation will be nullified and it will move to the next instruction. That is the meaning of move EQ R0, R1. Similarly, we have move EQ S R0, R1. This equation looks like complicated, but still if you see, like it will move the content of R1 into R0 only when the previous operation is equal, results in equal, and after that it will change the status of the flag register based on the operation. So now the next instruction is MVN. What is the meaning of MVN? Move not. So move not R0, R1. This instruction will move the complement of R1 to R0. Here R0 will get R1 complement, that is negation of R1. Suppose if you want to, if you write move MUN R0, R0, then the complement, that is one's complement of R0 is stored in R0. So what is the use of this instruction? The use of this instruction is, we know logical instruction like and, or exclusive or. Suppose you want to derive NAND, NOR or exclusive NOR, then you need to add MVN to this operation. You need to add MVN to this operation that will create NAND, that is AND operation with the MVN will create NAND, AND operation with the OR operation with the MVN will create NOR, exclusive OR operation with the MVN create XNOR. So in order to derive these operations, we need move not. So move not, what it will do exactly? It will transfer the negation of the this one value to the particular register. So similarly, students, here you see move EQ R0, R1. So in my previous video I told you, see there is so many branch instructions. Suppose like suppose you take like this instruction, branch if carry is set. Same thing you can use here also. For example, move CS R0, R1. Move if the previous operation results in carry set, then R1 will be moved to R0. Move if previous operation results in carry clear, then R1 is moved to R0. That is the meaning of it. That means you can add all these conditions to any one of the instructions. You can add all these conditions to any one of the instructions. That is the advantage of a branch instruction. All these conditional instructions are added to the any one of the instruction. That is the advantage of branch instructions. So in this session we studied data transfer instruction. So I have given the example of various data transfer instruction like move and all. In the next session we will see load and store instructions. How exactly load and store instruction works we will see in the next next session. Thank you.